Okay, I'm finally getting to it. It is my big everything summer, all my favorite picks video. Makeup, skincare, sunscreen, clothing, shoes, and jewelry. So, I mean, just everything that I could think of that I got excited about ordering in preparation for summer. It is still not summer here in the Seattle area. Actually, today is getting nice, but I mean, we get a pretty late summer here and it's a pretty short summer. That's okay, suits me fine. I fry in like very, very hot climates. Even though I grew up down south, I really appreciate being in a little bit cooler of an environment, at least in the summer for me. The one thing that a lot of you deal with is humidity. We're humid the whole rest of the year here, but like cold and humid. But during the summer, it is glorious. We get 70s, 80s, sometimes 90s, and like no humidity usually. So it is beautiful and very mild here during the summer with a little bit of heat. And we do get enough sun that like pretty much I need my sunscreen. So let's go ahead and get into all of my favorite picks. And this is going to be a long one, another long one. But I really wanted to get everything in. I've been collecting things for about 4 weeks. So if that sounds good to you, then grab a snack, grab a drink, because we're going to go through all of my favorite picks for summer 2024. Let's get into it. This is a beauty channel, so let's get started with makeup and skincare. I'm going to start with sunscreen. Mostly because it is probably the most important thing that you should be making sure that you have for summer. My absolute number one pick is this Kopari. I think this is going to work for any skin type, honestly. It just has such a wonderful, wonderful finish and feel underneath makeup. Even if you didn't have makeup, it has just a little bit of like a balmy blurring kind of finish. It's moisturizing without being too greasy, and it's got just the littlest bit of glow. I think this is so nice. Now, it is not a very high SPF, so if you need something higher like a 50, I probably would go with something else, other than this, or just reapply this a whole lot. Now, as to reapplication, I really like this, the Naked Sundays Hydrating Glow Mist SPF 50. So this is, I have it on right now, that glow that I have, you can see in the video, is from this. And I just sort of tamp it in. It really smells good, feels good. The mist is very fine on it, and so you can just be very light-handed with this if you just need a little touch-up, or you can go really heavy and it leaves you with a really nice finish, and it does not really disturb your makeup too much. I'm sure if you like got crazy with it, it might break your makeup up, but I have not had that problem at all, and I really enjoy having something that I can do as a touch-up, especially of, my big old forehead here, the stuff that gets a lot of sun exposure, my nose. This is a really good way to touch that up. So really enjoying this. For my actual base products, I already did a video on this. This is actually from Tear, and they're the ones that are known for this cushion foundation, which is so popular right now. I like this. It's fine. I will probably do a full review of it just so you can see how it wears. I think this is better probably for oily to normal skin. I struggle with this on dry skin a little bit, but at any rate, what I like better is this skin tint. It's supposed to work for all skin tones. I think that it's got enough of a toning effect. This particular one is sort of like a peachy pink, that it really sort of lightens your skin a little bit. I think if you have a really dark skin tone, unless you're trying to lighten your skin tone, you're probably not going to like this, even though it says you can use it. I think, though, for any other skin tones that are in the medium down to very light, this is very beautiful, and it has SPF in it as well. I think this would work for pretty much any kind of skin type. It's just nice, light. It leaves a glowy finish. When you powder it down, it just looks like your skin but hydrated. It is so, so beautiful. This is definitely my favorite skin tint that I've been using lately. So I think this is going to be my summer pick for a skin tint. It's just beautiful, and it's not too expensive, and I think it does a great job. So highly recommend this from Tier. It's not just your face that is going to need protection, but also your neck and your chest. I have actually quite a bit of sun damage here that I haven't addressed yet with lasers, but I really do try now, as I'm starting to see a little bit of texture and wrinkling and, basically sun damage that has accumulated over time. I'm trying to mitigate what is going on here by being better about putting on my sunscreen here. Like, don't forget, it does not stop, like right here, right? So I like a really glowy look. The problem is there are so many glowy products that are basically tan. If you're fair like me, there's not a lot for us. We look like a Oompa Loompa. I mean, it's orange, right? So I did find some that I actually really like. I've got these two. This one I actually slightly prefer. It is the Coppertone Glow Shimmer 50 with a hint of shimmer. This one, I think it's been discontinued. I still see it like at Marshall's. I find it online a little bit on Amazon. So if you can get it, I prefer this one. It has a texture that spreads just a little bit better than this one. This is all over Amazon. You can get this no problem. It has 30 on the SPF, so it's a little bit lower SPF. But it has a really beautiful shimmer that's very similar to this. It's basically sort of pearlescent, which, for us pale people works really well. It also helps to sort of mitigate some of the redness and the reddiness that a lot of us have from sun damage. So it makes us look healthy, glowy. We get to look sexy like all you bronzy girls. This does work for us, and I think it's really nice without being too glittery. There's a little bit of glitter in this, but not bad. They both smell really good. This one smells like a creamsicle. It smells so good. So anyway, I like both of these, to be quite honest. And then finally, if you are looking for a spray finish, my number one pick is actually, again, Kopari. Who knew? Like, nobody talks about these guys. As far as sunscreen picks go, these are some of my favorite products. I love this. This Kopari is very sheer. It's supposed to be, it's got like a little bit of glittery stuff, and actually it looks pearly on the bottom, and you're supposed to shake it before you put it on. It's very beautiful. I don't find that this leaves a whole lot of like glitter or shine other than a normal sort of like sunscreen shine that you would, that sort of residue that it leaves. This smells like a very expensive perfume. It is one that I'm not a big expensive perfume gal. I like the cheap fruity ones in general, but I love this Kilian one. It is Love by Kilian, Don't Be Shy. It has a slight, I think it smells a little bit like root beer. I know that doesn't sound good. I think it smells absolutely delicious. The full size of this is like $279, something like that. It's expensive. This is a really refined scent. This smells exactly the same. I was shocked. I'm like, ooh, what is that smell? I absolutely love that. Like, it's the Kilian. So I highly recommend this. This is my favorite. If I'm just going to be doing a real quick, application over my shoulders and my chest, I get the protection, I get the smell. This is just, I absolutely love this. And this one has a little bit higher SPF. It's SPF 42. So, I mean, my overall pick is probably this one. So, this is really nice. But if you don't want to go for that one and you want something with a little more shimmer, the Unicorn Snot, again, I love these names. They're terrible, but like also perfect. This is really glittery. Although if you shake it really well, I will say it is not as it it goes from like disco ball to, you know, more subtle glitter. So the first time I used it, I was like, oh, there is craft glitter on me. Oh no. And I actually tried to return it and I saw that I couldn't return it. So I was like, well, I'll give it another try. I shook it up really good today. And this time, yes, if you look closely, there are little tiny glitter particles, but it's not so bad. So this one's got SPF 35. It also smells pretty good. And it's a little more, I think it's a little more economical than the Kapari, but you know, if you really want, like, you know, sort of if you're going for an afternoon to evening party and you want that glow and glitter, I mean, or you're, you know, going out to a festival or something like that, this one's fun. So I'm not usually into this, but you know, there's a part of me that loves shimmer in all things, so I can't not have this on hand just in case. So this is a good one. And finally, for skincare, I sometimes get very dry during the summer, at least here. You know, if you're over in the West like we are, it actually is drier here during the summer. And sometimes you just need a little face refresher and a skin refresher. And I really love this Bioma Balancing Face Mist. This is actually really, really good. It's just everything you need, nothing you don't. It doesn't disturb your makeup, and it really does sort of just bring up the moisture level in your face, especially if you over powdered or you're just parched that day. Sometimes that happens. So this one also economical and very, very good. Highly recommend it. And it's got a nice fine mist on it. So definitely recommend this one. I had to give the new RMS Hydra Setting Powder a try. I got the lightest one. I really love the finish on this. It is actually very good. It does last throughout the day. I would say that it is not super drying, but I didn't find that it was super hydrating either. It was a nice medium. It actually leaves you with a very natural finish. My one issue, which is actually a good thing for the summer, is that, as you can see, it's a little bit dark for my skin tone. But a lot of times my very, very white sort of foundations need to be warmed up and darkened just a tad for summer because I tend to be just a little bit darker during summer. No matter how much sunscreen I wear, I do seem to get just a little ruddier. I get a little more color during the summer. And frankly, sometimes I just do my makeup so that I look a little more tan during the summer. I mean, I'm still not tan, but I will sort of warm my skin up a little bit just because I'm enjoying the bronziness that is part of the season. So along those lines, I really, really love this Physicians Formula as my bronzer. This is just beautiful because it's very light, so you can go with a light touch, you can build it up. It's got the shimmer in it, and it is red undertoned. So for me, it cannot be orange undertoned. You know, people are different, but if you're fair like me, you're probably going to do better with a little bit of a cooler, redder undertone. It's still not cool. This is definitely more of a bronzer, not something that I would use as like a contour. I have a full other video about contours. The new Sephora contours, they have some very, very gorgeous contour sticks that are very cool toned, very, very smooth and soft. If you're interested in contours for our skin tones, I would check these out. These are beautiful. They have both powder and the cream. I like the cream probably the best. It's gorgeous. But if you're just looking to bronze up a little bit, lately I have found that I have been putting on, like my face will look too white. And so I will go back in with this to warm my skin up. I'll go around all of the edges like I got sun. It does have a glow to it as well. So if you don't want a glow, this might not be the best choice, but usually in the summer, I pretty much always want that glow. So this is probably my #1 bronzer choice right now. Flower Beauty also has a really good one, but it tends to be even more intensely pigmented than this, although it's very similar color. I have a harder time using that than something like this that is a little more light touch. So I really, really like this one. I was shocked when I saw this. I thought, oh, it's going to be terrible, but I'm going to order it anyway. Revolution Makeup Revolution. They seem to have like 2 different versions. I think this is the one that is actually from the UK. Don't quote me on that. If somebody wants to correct me, please do. That's just what it seems like. They came out with these new palettes. This one I think is perfect for summer, and it looks awfully similar to some of the very popular ones like the Patrick Ta. I also have an Anastasia Beverly Hills one that looks very much like this. The quality on this is fantastic. I actually am kind of blown away. The one thing I will say is these creams, they're very, very creamy, and I don't feel like they ever set down, which means they stay very, very creamy. They're not like getting stiff or anything like that, but you kind of need to go over them with a powder to set them down. So just buyer beware on that. But this whole thing is $12 versus, you know, the Patrick Ta and ABH. Those are both going to be in the like more $50, $60 range, right? So I think that you get, I mean, pretty darn good quality. I'd say it's close to the quality that I'm getting out of like an ABH palette. Honestly, this is really good. I'm kind of shocked. So I've actually ordered some of their other ones. This is sort of like their Midi color one. It doesn't really go with this video. And then I ordered another one that is sort of a little more like pinks and neutrals. That one's hopefully going to show up today. But this one is perfect for summer and at a bargain. The mattes are perfect. These shimmers are absolutely stunning. They're gorgeous. I mean, just no issues whatsoever. They feel really nice. They have great color payoff. Not a ton of fallout. I mean, not any more than you would get in the high-end palettes, especially with the darker ones. It's always like that. Maybe it's just that you can see it, but in the darker colors, you need to be a little more careful. But I mean, these are just gorgeous. They are smooth. Look at the colors and how I mean, that's just, I didn't even really do a great job of getting in that pan. And it's there. And this is actually, I tried to get it off earlier. That is from one of the cream ones. That's what's left over. So I didn't realize it was still there. So I guess they do stain a little bit. At any rate, I mean, this is really impressive. Every once in a while, they really come out with impressive things. These Ultimate Desire ones, these are very similar. I would say these are even better than these Ultimate Desire ones. These also have really, really good quality. Like, surprisingly so. And I think they were meant to be sort of dupes for some of the Huda Beauty ones. I think I have some of the same format Huda Beauty ones. I think these are better. Save the money. I mean, honestly, these are great. So highly, highly recommend that. I am not a huge wearer of fingernail polish, but I do get in the mood sometime. And so I have these ILNP ones. I get these on Amazon. They have so many colors that it's hard to know what to pick. I am wearing this one. The base is the same color, and see, this one's just purple with there's some little tiny reflex in there. And this one is that same purple, but there's an orange reflect in there. I actually, for summer, I love the orange reflect. I think it's really, really pretty. And these are great quality. I haven't even put a shine coat on these, so they're not as shiny and amazing as they could be. But, I mean, they're just good quality, and I think they're like $12, $11, something like that. So I'd say they're about the same as like an OPI or something like that. And then from the drugstore, I love, and you will see in all of my clothings, like choices that I'm going to be doing. For summer, I like going very tan and green and camo, kind of that vibe. Lots of creams. I love that. So I am a sucker for the Essie polishes. I actually really like their Expressi. They're quick dry ones, and they have two colors that are just real similar to these two colors in the Expressi polishes, but these, just their normal ones, I slightly prefer these colors. They go with my skin tone just a little bit better. Obviously, I'm not wearing them right now, but these make great toenail polish. very, very sophisticated. They hold up well. They're easy to use. Nice big brushes on them. I'm a fan. So really, really love those. If you're looking for a little something to put on the toes. Usually my lips are a little dry during the summer because again, it's dry here. But I do like having the option of a lip stain so that if you are having a long day, you're not going to have to reapply. You can just no fuss, no muss. But a lot of times lip stains are drying. This one is not. This is the one I'm wearing today. This is from e.l.f. So very, very affordable. And I think this is another one of those a little bit warmer, but very, very wearable colors for us. And I do love the stain that it leaves. And I love that it's got that gloss on it. So it just, not only does it not look like you're wearing some sort of dry, matte, crusty thing on your lips, it really does kind of keep it feeling really nice and balmy and hydrated. So eventually that sort of goes away, and then you're left with still very soft lips and a little bit of a pink stain underneath. And I think that this particular one looks really, really good. This is e.l.f. Pinkies Up. Really been enjoying wearing this lately. Now, e.l.f.'s just been killing it lately for me. I've been having a great time trying all of their new releases. They came out with a bunch of SPF lip glosses. These are gorgeous. Here's all the colors. I got all but one of the colors. What I will say about these, I absolutely love these two colors. Probably this one the most. This is just right up my alley. It's a little on the cooler side. I will say about these, they are SPF 25, so I was very excited to try that, and I wanted to have that to protect my lips, but lately I have been trying things like Tatcha. I had to return it. They have a couple of very beautiful colors that are SPF, and they taste like sunscreen. So I was really worried these were going to show up because I ordered them. I was so worried they were going to show up and it was going to be like nasty eating sunscreen and just have that smell all over. Nope, they do not. Now, what they do have is they're not ultra slippy glossy. They're very, you got to keep digging in and getting more. And, the applicator only puts a little bit on at a time, and it is definitely a little more thick and viscous. I am guessing that is because they are actually trying to make sure that it doesn't just slip and slide off and that it actually gives you protection, kind of like a sunscreen. It doesn't have any nasty taste, which is great. And it feels like it's going to stay where you put it. And I think that after you build it up, it does look really nice. But these, I gotta say, are not the easiest or the funnest to put on your lips at first. I do, however, think they have beautiful colors. And if you are looking for an SPF for your lips, all of the high-end ones so far I've tried taste like sunscreen. They're gross. They went back. These do not. So if you really wanted that sunscreen and you don't want the taste, these totally work, and they do have some beautiful colors. So I think these are very, very wearable. I'm probably going to keep this one in my purse. L'Oreal came out with these great Lumi blushes. I do like a liquid blush, but I'm pretty picky about them, and this one is probably one of my favorite ones that has been released. I wish that there were cooler colors. This Glowy True Rose is probably the only one that I would say is really going to work for me and my cooler tones. This does have that very summery, very kind of shimmery, shiny, bronzy almost look to it that I actually really like. These spread out really nice. They don't disturb the makeup too much underneath it. That's always the problem with liquid blushes. And with a very light touch, you saw I did not need much at all. This is beautiful. I absolutely love this one. Now, along those same lines, Maybelline came out with a very similar one, and this is the Sun Kisser Multi-Use Liquid Blush. I got it in Blazing Blush, which is their lightest, pinkest one. I actually really like this one, but I do have to say that if I use more than just one application of this, or if I use it with certain foundations, it definitely breaks up the foundation underneath of it. So this one has more limited use, but I love the color of this. I think that is so pretty. It is really only going to work probably for your fairest skin tones though. So I also got this one called City Sizzle. I was hoping it would be a little more cool toned. I don't, it's not like they showed it as cool toned. It's definitely not, obviously. It's very much like what it looks like online. It is really, really highly pigmented. I put this on my face when I first got it, like full strength. No way. I look like I had a sunburn. So, I mean, if you want that look, I guess you could do that. But I really find that if I want sort of a warmer blush look, I have to mix it with the other one to get somewhere sort of in between. Otherwise, I look like somebody just slapped me. So that's, you know, not really a look I'm going for. But honestly, both of these I think look really good. But if I had to pick one, I really like the L'Oreal a little bit better. For me, I just wish that they had that same very light pink color that they have with the Sun Kisser. Oh well. Now L'Oreal also came out with this highlighter. This is champagne. Whoa. So if you want that extreme shine, extreme wet look, this is your girl. I use this sometimes for like sort of inner corner eyeshadow as well. It is really, really shiny, really glowy. It's really, really pretty. So I actually, what I will do is I will put this on and because I don't need this much glow and I don't want the texture to show because it definitely is going to increase texture, I just go ahead and do that with a brush. I sort of stipple it in, you know, make sure that it sort of blends out so that the shiniest stuff is up where less of my texture is. And I think it works great. It really gives you that beautiful wet look. I definitely really like this one a lot. Okay, now this is one of my new favorites. Danessa Myricks came out with a new Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. It's a low lighter, soft glow highlighter, and I have it in the color Unbothered. The other colors I really would not be able to use. There's only 3 other ones, and they're all very bronzy. This one is just gorgeous. I will use this as sort of a blush highlighter all on its own. It is so, so pretty, especially if you're fair. It is not the coolest tone, but it's perfect for summer. It's got a little bit of like a duochrome kind of reflect in it. It really looks nice on textured skin. It really spreads really well. The one issue I have with it is that I will say if you really try to pile it on, with certain foundations or different kinds of concealers, it breaks up a little bit, so you have to be careful with that. I have used this Chi Shine Infusion Spray Oil forever. This is the only one that I like. I have tried other ones and they're all too heavy. They make your hair look greasy. They clog. They don't have really good application. And this one smells really good if you like sort of a masculine scent. I don't think there is a better one out there. If there is, please tell me because I'd love to find another one just in case, you know, they stop making this. But I love how shiny this makes it without weighing it down. I love like the Olaplex hair oils and stuff like that, but this very fine spray does a better job. When my hair is dried out from the sun, this just glosses it right back up. Okay, let's move into accessories. I love sunglasses, but I can never find sunglasses in the stores that I think look good on me. I really like these sort of a little bit like lighter colors and retro kind of themes. I think these are great, and I think they're like $15. So, I mean, great deal, really cute, and definitely a little better match for some of us who have very light skin tones. This one, these are so dated and I love them. They're very Y2K. And I have been looking for a replacement for, I had some of these forever ago and I found them on Temu and they were like $3.50. So I had to get them. I still love them. Okay, jewelry. I am not a gold jewelry kind of gal. However, during the summer, I'm kind of feeling it. So, I decided I was gonna go ahead and get some cheap jewelry. You know, I'm not gonna invest in it since it's not my favorite color of jewelry, but I really love these earrings. I love these earrings. I am all about that like almost boho chic look. You know, it just works, especially if I have really long hair like I do. I really love playful jewelry. I love shiny, and I don't care if it's gold or silver for summer. So speaking of, here is some of the gold chains that I found. None of these are expensive. They're super cheap. And yet people always ask me in person, ooh, where did you get that? That's really nice. I really like it. On Amazon for like $12. Here's another one. This one's a set. Also really cute and just a good addition to my collection, especially for not that much money. Before we get into clothing, which is super fun, it is really helpful to go over all of the underclothes that you need for summer because you can't wear your normal bras with a lot of the tops. You know, you just have a little more, well, a lot more skin showing, obviously, and you are going to be wearing flowier skirts maybe. You may be getting that thigh sweat. Maybe that's just me. Chafing. I mean, there's all the not cute things that in order to look cute in your summer apparel, you need to sort of address. So let's do that first. Okay, so I'm going to start with these. We all know what these are. These are nippies, and I absolutely love these. Now, I don't know. It says I think that they're good for up to like 100 uses. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but I did wear these once and then clean them and let them, you know, air dry and put them back, and they're still very, very sticky. It's got a little backing, and then obviously you put that on and you pull it up. They don't yet. They have ones that, like, if you're nice and perky, you can just slap it over the end, the nipple. I know, lovely. But if you need a little lift, like a lot of us ladies close to 50 do, they have these nice ones that have like a little pull, and they have different sizes just depending on what you know, what kind of coverage you need. These are super comfortable. I've worn them all day and they really do the job. I definitely recommend this particular brand just because I've tried it, but honestly, there are a whole lot of brands out there that I am guessing are super, super similar, but I did try these, really like them, highly recommend them. I was actually approached by another company to try theirs and make a video about them, but I absolutely am not putting the girls on the internet like that. Nope, because that was kind of part of it, is they wanted to see the before and after, and nope, we're not. No, I have kids, and I think that they would just die. We're not doing that. So I can talk about these, though I have tried them. Nobody's asking me to show my tatas with them. I can tell you they work. These are great. All right, let's move on ahead and ordered these. I think I need to order one size down because it just sort of depends on where I'm at in my cycle as to how like fluffy I am up here. But these are very, very comfortable. I can't have anything on me that is too tight. It causes me to bloat and swell, and you know, you get rolls and back fat and fat right here. It's not cute. So I like comfort. And I have been looking for things that to wear underneath, you know, a lot of these tank tops and stuff that actually are comfortable. So far, I'm really liking this brand. I think this is a medium. I do want to get one size down because I feel like I could use one size down. It's nice. It does come with some clear little like straps that you can use if you want a little more lift with it. But you can also, it's got little pads in here, but you can also stuff other pads and things in there, you know, just if you need a little extra. I don't know. These are just, they're very comfortable. They're not like cinching anywhere. The one issue that I have with this is that depending on my weight and where I'm at in the month, sometimes this one's a little too big and it starts to sort of go down a little bit. And so I feel like I'm kind of pulling it up. I think one size smaller would be more appropriate, and then that wouldn't happen. And I also got it in black. So there we go. So these are really nice to have. Along those same lines, and you'll see these in the whole clothing section, I got basically tube tops. So I know that's not very exciting, but I probably ordered 4 or 5 different brands and styles of tube tops before I found something that was comfortable. I got these probably a size too big because I cannot have anything pinching on my stomach. It's been like this for a while. There's probably something wrong with me, or maybe it's just because I'm an older female, but anything that compresses my stomach, oh my gosh, I end up with just this like bloating that happens afterwards. So I can confirm that these don't cut you off in any of the wrong places. I got it a size bigger than, I think this is either a large or a medium. I'll put it up. And these are just really nice. I got it in a 3-pack, so I have all of the colors that I need. They go great under all of the shirts and tank tops and stuff that really need a little something underneath, and you don't want to have, something up here, basically all of the things where you need your shoulders hanging out, and you don't want any bra lines or whatever. So those are really great. I opted for the ones that went all the way down. I started with the short ones, but I found that they all cut me off in a place that caused that bloating, or frankly muffined me out and didn't look cute. So these hold you in just a little bit, but they don't cause that like rebound bloat from being too squished. So, I mean, this may be just a me problem, but I'm guessing I'm not alone. It's just, I think it's part of the digestive issues that come with this age and being female. Why? I don't know. So, okay. And then finally, this is another one of those, well, that's not cute, but this helps you feel cute. I can't do Spanx and things like that because of that bloating issue. If I'm like held in like that, it just does not go well. But I still I don't even know what a thigh gap is. That's not like a thing that I have ever experienced. Girls got some thunder thighs, maybe just a little bit. And my thighs definitely touch, and I definitely don't like it, especially if they're sweaty. That irks me. I don't even like it when I sleep at night. I wear like little shorts and stuff like that because I can't stand my thighs touching. So at any rate, I love these. These are great. I have them in black as well. And these are just very, very comfortable. I wear these underneath my dresses. And what I extra like about them that all the other ones don't have is when they have this lace like this, it sort of allows it to taper out so that you don't end up with a sausage roll. So the ones that are just like, they just end right there, or they have an edge that's kind of like the top where it's been hemmed, they either sausage roll you, they cut you off, or some of them will literally like throughout the day, they'll roll up. And that's real uncomfortable. So this nice tapered sort of lace soft edge, it makes a nice graceful like control of the chunk. It is yeah, I mean, if you're a little thick in that area, and that is on my whole body, that is where I am thick. These just, they feel good. They keep chafing from happening. They keep sweating from happening. They look okay, especially with the little edge here. If wind blows and you get a little, like, you can see a little bit of it if you're not wearing something else underneath. They make me more comfortable wearing a skirt or a dress, which normally I am not a big skirt or dress wearer because of the whole thigh thing. So there, things you didn't want to know, but I know you guys, some of you have some of the same issues. So, let's talk about it. Here you go. Here's something that after trying many different kinds that I had to return because they pinched or sausaged or just whatever, they just not good. This is a good brand. This one works. I actually am going to order some more. Probably these have gotten a little bit small. Like they've gotten small. I got a little bigger. And so I need to get one size up so that they're not pinching in the stomach, because they're not too bad as a small, but I think I need a medium. So, it is what it is. All right, let's get into all of the clothing. So this is where I really spent some time and have been collecting things. So hopefully you find some stuff you like in here. We're going to start with the Halara clothes. Now, Halara is a brand that contacted me and they said, you know, we'd love to have you try some of our clothes and talk about them and see what you think. So they gave me a little bit of a budget to order some of their clothes, and then I actually ended up ordering a couple of things that was above and beyond what they would pay for. And just because I really liked a lot of the clothing they have on there. In fact, I am going to go back and order some more. So we're going to start with their clothing just because they did give me some of these clothes in PR, and I really wanted to introduce you to them because I think that they're really, really good. They are like very high-end sort of athleisure wear that is just much more high quality than some of the cheap stuff find, you know, say on Amazon. Now I have a whole section on cheap stuff from Temu and Amazon, but I'm going to start out with Halara because their stuff is definitely very high quality, really great customer service. I was really, really happy with their products, and I definitely need to go order more. So let's get into all of the things that I did get from Halara, and then we'll talk about some of the other very cheap things that I got off of Amazon and Temu. Okay, so let's jump right in with this Breezeful high-waisted tie-side split 2-in-1 curved hem flowy flare quick dry midi casual skirt. That's a mouthful, but this is so beautiful. It's flowy. I love that it has little shorts underneath. Absolutely no worry that you're going to have anything hanging out. Super comfy. You can wear it casual. You know, you can wear it with a fancy little top. It really kind of goes either way. I find this just really, really versatile, and I love this color. It's such a beautiful, like, muted blue. Okay, and I love this. This was like the ballerina in me. Again, it's got those shorts underneath, but these shorts are even better because check this out. You can totally put your, I have one of those huge iPhones because I work on it. It fits in there. It totally does. It's very comfortable. And I mean, this would be great for any kind of summer festival. I mean, if you're going out for nighttime, this is perfect. And I absolutely love this sort of ballerina workout yoga top. It is so classy and yet, you know, very sexy. Now, I did want to try, this is sort of very my 90s style for me, but I mean, you can obviously make this office appropriate. It's kind of a office to nighttime look. This zipper goes all the way up and all the way down, so you can show as much leg as you want to or not. I'm not comfortable with showing a ton. I have this pulled up pretty high. You could pull this down lower on your waist, but I'm pretty short. I'm only 5'4", so this is pretty long on me. So like on the model, you can see it hits like ankle. No way. I have it pulled up and we're down to like the bottom of my feet. I got this in a small, but I think I would go extra small. Okay, let's move on to some of my great Temu finds and Amazon, but this top is definitely Temu. Everything is like $10, $11. I'm getting mediums in pretty much everything. These shoes are from Amazon. These ones are not as cheap, but they're very comfortable and they are so cute. I love the extra height, but also the styling. It's not, you know, boring. And this is just great, at least Seattle summer wear. I've seen this top on both Amazon and Temu, but the link I have is from the Amazon one. I am loving these like crochet tops. I know there's sort of a theme, and if you're not into it, you're not going to like a lot of my choices this year, but I'm absolutely loving it. Temu has great shoes. They're the same ones that you find on Amazon is what I'm starting to find, but much better price. And I think the whole outfit is, again, very cute, very good for sort of not too hot a weather. This is a Temu sweater. I live in these. I absolutely love. I love how soft these are and how see-through. And then here's those tube tops. And I've actually got the little bra underneath that as well. You know, see how it's a little loose and you might not want that, but for me, I purposely have it that way so that my tummy doesn't hurt. And this is just great like day to night wear for not too hot a weather. These are surprisingly comfortable. I tried different kinds. These ones I can confirm are actually comfortable. Some of them weren't. They sort of mold to your feet. They're very, very lightweight. They're basically plastic, but I have a bunch of foot problems. I'm going to have surgery this summer, and these are actually super comfortable. They're a lot like a Birk or something like that, where they actually sort of mold to whatever's going on with your feet, but they have a little support too. Okay, more Temu tops. These are very cute. I need my, strapless bra thing that I'm wearing underneath this, but these are all just very comfortable, not too tight. These shoes are gorgeous. They don't have very many of these left, and I found these on Amazon. Very comfortable and very cool styling, more than just your usual, and they're kind of priced that way too. I think they're BCBG. If they still have your size, I can definitely recommend these for sure. Okay, so more of those tops from Temu. It's a little bit redundant, but I like wearing a lot of the same things. These are comfortable, nothing too tight on the stomach. Definitely works for both nice daytime and all the way to going out at night. Very cute. And here is another version of it, just different color. And as you can tell, I am definitely loving these tans and creams and sort of like greens. The fabric on these is really, really nice. It's flowy. There is a little bit of see-through on this one, so I definitely would wear some sort of like full coverage bra underneath it. Same with this one. I'm guessing I'm not alone. For those of you who are in my age range or older, we don't really tend to want stuff really tight up against our stomachs. That's maybe not the area that we're trying to show off anymore, if we ever were. So this is just, it still gives you shape, but it's comfortable and it's very beautiful. I actually think that it's a little classier anyway. So, and then this one, this is definitely another Temu that is see-through, and you need the tube tops or some sort of tank top underneath it, but it is so light and airy. This one is that really soft, airy material. I think it's so pretty. And this one you could, you don't need a strapless underneath it, which is kind of nice. I love the material on this one, and I think it's really cute. It's a little more cropped style, and I definitely highly recommend it, especially for $8. I mean, come on. Now this one I think is the exact same thing as the green one from Amazon, but this one's from Temu, so it was cheaper. It says it was blue online. It was going to be navy blue. It is really sort of a gray black. That's kind of one of the things that you have to deal with whenever you're ordering from Temu. However, the price and the quality, I have to say, so far has made it worth it, especially if you're just getting the same exact thing from Amazon, just paying more. So, so I've got my black tank top underneath this, or tube top, and just really comfortable. This one, I love that it looks a little bit fancier, but it is the same basic cut as all of the other ones. It just has that nice ruffle on the edge of the sleeve and a little bit see-through on the back. It's just classy looking. You could totally wear this to the office, or you could wear it on a date night out at night. I mean, this is great. So again, you're looking at $9 for this. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to pass up some of these deals, and the quality is great. I got this one off of Amazon. You can get these on Temu as well for probably a quarter of the price. And this particular one I have gotten in all three colors that I was interested in because, again, the fabric is super soft. It is airy, flowy. This has a really nice cut on me, and it is just super comfortable. Now, I am not a skirt wearer, but after trying the Halara skirts, I was inspired to go ahead and try some other skirts as well. And I found this one on Amazon. I love that it's got the little underlining so that when the breeze catches it, and it totally does, you're not seeing anything you don't want to see. This is so cute. This was $10 on Amazon. And yes, I know it's more crochet, but talk about a fun little, just like, you can literally throw anything in this. Great for the beach, great for travel, doesn't take up much space. It's just like a little more fabric, but it holds a ton of stuff. I also love this beach cover-up top. I know it's supposed to be made more as not so much a sweater, but more of like a beach cover up. But I've been wearing these as big, loose, flowy sweaters, especially on bloaty days and, you know, when I just don't want to worry about my stomach being poochy. This still looks really cute, especially hanging off of a shoulder, but you know, you're not focusing on having to hold your gut in. So I've been really enjoying a lot of this sort of loose crochet wear specifically because it is so comfortable. Okay, so here's what it looks like without the big top on. Nice tie. I really like the tie tops just because you can kind of wrap it exactly how you like it. Same with this one. I love this really cute little pattern and the colors. You can wear just a little tube top with it if it's really hot out, or a tank top, or if you're like me and you order 15 of the different kinds of crochet tops, you can wear all the crochet tops you ever could possibly want with it. All different lengths and sizes. So here's one of the really short ones if you like the kind of more cropped look. If you like wearing the high-rise pants, this totally works because it sort of covers up that in-between space a little bit in case there's a little squish. Okay, these are really basic, but they're really comfortable and they're the perfect color for a lot of the things that I got for summer this year. So a little bit boring, but you know, some of these just aren't very comfortable. These ones actually are. And here's another one. This one clearly, as you can see, is meant to be more of a beach cover up, although it's kind of funny because it's not really covering anything you want to cover. So I think it makes a much better little sweater just with longer sleeves. And this one truly is much bigger and a little more flowy. This might actually cover up some bum, which, you know, is handy. And it's, again, that really soft, flowy fabric that is so comfortable. None of the stuff that I'm picking is going to be scratchy or itchy or like thick. I'm really, really picky about soft fabric on my skin. I think my skin's just sensitive enough that I don't want to deal with any of that. Half of them I like just because everything is flowy and soft, and I think that's so pretty. Okay, so that was a lot, but this is everything that I have been sort of collecting and buying for summertime, and I cannot wait for the weather to actually change here so that I can wear a lot of it. You will have noticed that with a lot of the clothing, I have a lot of sort of this see-through but more sweatery type of stuff. It's because it is a much milder climate here during the summer. Our evenings are actually pretty cool even during the summer. It's not like the South where you get steamy hot nights. No, that's pretty rare. So this is really good sort of stuff for if you live in a climate more like I do. If you really need like very hot, humid weather type of clothing, I really don't have a lot of that stuff because I just don't have a use for that. So hopefully you found some stuff in there that actually look good anyway. Certainly there's some really cute shoes. Okay, well, I think that's it. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. If you have any places that you like to get a lot of your summer clothes from, or summer items that you are just loving right now and you want to share, please do. I am always looking for new things, and I really hope you are having a wonderful weekend, and I thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, I sure would appreciate if you would go ahead and subscribe and like, as that really helps my channel to grow. All right, so that was a big one, and hopefully you got some good ideas. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video.